I can do this either sitting, I prefer sitting, or laying down, okay? So your book will show you both ways to do it. So if I'm going to test her bicep, I'm going to ask her, Emily. Oh, I'm sorry, so sorry. We're going to do right side. So I'm going to ask her to bring her palm down nice and straight, okay? And then I'm going to stabilize at the bicep. And another reason I like to stabilize at the bicep is because you can feel what the bicep is doing. It's such a strong muscle. Alright? So what I would have her do is I'm going to tell her, okay, Emily, what I want you to do is I want you to touch your fingers to your shoulder, okay? And then on the count of 3, when you move your arm up, I'm going to resist you. But I want you to hold that motion, okay? Don't let me push you back down. You ready? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And that's how you would test her bicep. So the reason I have her also an extension is because at that 90 degree, she's going to have more advantage, okay, of strength. So with the bicep, we're going to do it with her arm and elbow extension. So from coming up, down, okay? So stabilizing at the bicep. Yeah. Okay, so I can stabilize her at the bicep, and I'm pushing that forearm. And just making sure that I can feel that contraction, but also that she's starting from down to up, versus here, she's going to be more powerful here. Okay? So the next one is going to be the brachialis. So with the brachialis, we're going to have her palm facing down, okay? So same position, her elbow is going to be extended, and I'm going to still hold her at that bicep. And then I'm going to ask her the same thing. I'm going to say, Emily, could you touch the back of your hand to your shoulder? I'm going to resist you, but I want you to hold that position. Ready? Count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then if I'm curious, like, is that her flexor sticking in? I'm going to have her a little bit closer to the side and ask her to do it again. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So depending on where you place her, she'll have a different strength. And so if she comes and it's fully out and you have her try to bend that elbow, then that's where you're gonna put that resistance. Okay, so I'll have her try to touch the palm, back of her palm to her shoulder. There you go. Good. And that's where I'll resist her. Okay? Next test is for brachialis. Because if I was doing it where she's keeping her elbow straight to come up, then what am I testing more so? Okay. So when I asked her, I didn't clarify where I wanted her to. I told her to touch the back of her palm to her shoulder, but she was still coming up in elbow flexion. So shoulder flexion. So I would say, now try to bend your elbow. Okay? It's okay. It's okay. I was like, that's more shoulder. So the way that you direct the client, if you see that she did that, if she was doing shoulder flexion, then say, okay, now this time try to bend your elbow. Okay? So you have her do like the palm to the shoulder and then ask her to bend a little too? Yeah, normally, because if you're going to touch the back of your palm to your shoulder, you would have to bend the elbow, but that wasn't here, okay? Yes, and then this is also considered like your the workhorse. Or the elbow. You guys remember reading that, the brachialis? Oh, how we remembered it, because they're all like the same starting here, so like you'll have your bicep, like a bicep curl, and then palm down, brachialis, like this. Like if you say like it's like a horse, but
see, I can't do it.
It helps you remember.
If
you, it just, I don't know.
Wait, but why?
It's like but it's like
doing the same
the brachialis different
positions.
positions. You see it? I never saw it, but it helps me remember on the test. So yeah, the workhorse. And we'll get brachialis.
It looks like a
separate day, then the written test. And so the last of these is the brachioradialis. And I would ask her the same thing, but I'm going to ask her to keep her forearm in neutral position, okay? So you had the bicep brachii, that workhorse, the brachialis, and then the brachioradialis. And the way that you can remember that is you're going to be pushing on the radius, okay?
Yeah, no radius.
So I'll have her start straight. I'm still going to hold that bicep and stabilize over here. I'm going to say, Emily, could you touch your thumb to your shoulder? Good job. And so if I was to do like test her strength, then I would say also, I'm going to put resistance on your forearm. Don't let me push you back down. Okay? So this one's a little bit more comfortable, I think, to test versus over the hand and the bicep because it's neutral and they're going to have that same strength. So you have 3 different motions of bicep, brachioradialis, and tricep, that workhorse brachialis, and then radialis. It's going to be pushing on the radius. Okay? Stabilize up the bicep. You can stabilize the bicep for all three. And it's just that way you can feel what the bicep is doing, like how the contractions are. Alright, so next we're going to do the tricep and the anconeus. And they're also tested together. So if you pull anconeus or tricep, it's going to be the same test. Okay? Let's see. The book shows it laying down, but I'm going to show it to you sitting. Okay? So you can do either or. So what I would have her do is I would have her come up. You can either do straight or you can come up in this angle. I would say, can you bring your arm up like you're going to do it a pop muscle? I'm going to stabilize over at the tricep, okay? And then I'm going to say, Emily, I'm going to push your arm down towards the ground, but I want you to resist me on the count of 3, okay? 1, 2, 3. Good. And you can feel that tricep contract, okay? Laying down, you would have her up over, and you can do the same thing. You can say, I'm going to have you resist me, and I would actually put my hand up here and help her resist at this angle. Okay? You can do either one. Can you do the other one more time? So if you're doing the tricep, you're going to test for the tricep. I would stabilize over at the tricep, and while she's going down, I'm going to resist her, right? So I'm going to have you push, try to bring your arm up to the ground. Yeah. Yeah. And then I would resist her at the forearm.
And this is for anconeus and tricep.
Anconeus and tricep. So you're doing the same test.
That's the posterior side of the forearm.
The tricep. So the tricep is for extension, so you're resisting her in the extension.
So you can either resist her as she's trying to come up or going down either way.
Resist her as she's going down. Okay. Did I show? Okay. So let me clarify because what did I say? Oh, I'm sorry. I showed bicep in this. So tricep going down in extension. Okay. So if you're testing the tricep, you're going to resist her motion in tricep.
Or pushing her.
Yeah, so she's pushing down, and you're resisting that motion.
Wait, is it like?
Oh, okay.
It's like this?
No, tricep extension. So if you're extending the elbow, right, you're going to stabilize up the tricep, and you're going to make sure that she doesn't push down. Okay, let's do that again. We're going to do it sitting and laying down. So if we're doing it laying down, I'm going to have her put her arm up over her head. And so in this angle, she's going to try to do extension, elbow extension, right? Okay, so I'm going to stabilize at the tricep. And as she tries to move in extension, I'm going to resist her at the forearm. Okay? So I'm going to say, Emily, could you bring your arm out straight? I'm going to resist you. Try to hold your motion. 1, 3. 1, 2, 3. Last one.
I can't see it.
Okay? And then in sitting, we'll do the same thing. So I'll have her come up to about this degree. I'll hold at the tricep. She's going to try to resist going down. I'm going to resist her in the opposite direction. All right? So say, Emily, can you bring your arm out straight or towards the floor? We're going to resist you. Okay? All right. So on the other page, it's a supinator. Okay, so we do the supinator so we stay in So the supinator, this test, it kind of looks like you're giving an Indian burn. You guys remember that Indian burn? But you're going to have to start in one direction and then turn to the other. Okay, so this, you shouldn't hurt the patient, right? But that's just a way to you're kind of going one way as the other. So if I'm going to test her supinator, I'm going to have her down and prone, and what she's going to do is try to rotate up into supination, and I'm going to block her. Okay? And she has a very small forearm compared to my massive hands. So hopefully you can see this motion. If I'm blocking her in supination, I'm going to hold her, we're putting resistance towards that direction, right? So stabilizing over at the forearm and pushing over the opposite end. Okay, so Emily, could you turn your palm up towards the sky for me? I'm going to resist you. Good. Okay. So if you have somebody that comes in and let's say that they can't get that full range, let's say that you don't have to put a lot of resistance to block them, okay? Because my hands are big, the way that I do it is I use it between my thumb and my index finger, and I use that to block, okay? So that I'm not like grabbing her entire wrist. But some people will do it where they put one hand in one hand and they'll do this motion. So they'll push down while she is trying to rotate up. Okay?
Danina.
Some people will do their full, like let's say if Emily was to do my wrist, she probably would do a full hand over and one to stabilize. As somebody would turn their palm up, she would probably block this way. But because my hand, I have a lot of strength in that, and my hands are a little bit bigger, so I can block her this way. Okay, where I grab
And your
at the wrist.
your backhand is stabilizing. It's not really
Stabilizing, yeah. It's stabilizing the supinator.
Do you want her to have her hand in her wrist, or in a fist, or does it matter?
If you're doing straight supination, you can, if it's more comfortable for her. But if it's more than likely, they're going to do a full fist to get that motion over, use all the force. Okay? And then for the pronator, it's the same.
But then the rest will be like going to the opposite side, I think.
You're gonna pretty much do the same hand placement but opposite direction. Okay? So now you're gonna start her in supination and you're gonna resist her in pronation. Okay? Okay. Okay, so I'm blocking her at that forearm again, the more proximal end. And then I'm going to tell her, Emily, will you bring your palm down towards the ground? When you start to move, I'm going to resist you. I want you to hold that position. Okay? So, and that's how this one for me, I'm going to have to grip her a little bit harder. Okay? Because I'm staying on the outside too. So as she's going to pronation, I'm stabilizing over at the forearm so that she's not compensating, but I'm also blocking her with my other arm from doing that motion. Okay? So you try to turn your palm down, I'm blocking you. Yeah, it's not very comfortable, but that's the motion we do.
So where are you stabilizing? At the forearm?
Stabilizing at the forearm. I know. Alright. So for the pronator quadratus, this is going to be similar, but you're going to have her bring her arm halfway up. Okay? So pronator teres, you're starting in supination. Pronator quadratus, you're halfway up and in supination already. Okay? So I'll have her bring her arm halfway up, and I'll say, Emily, I want you to try to turn your palm towards the ground, and I'm going to resist you, and I'm going to give you on the count of 3. I want you to continue with that motion. Are you ready? So once again, I have big hands, and so I will actually grab the entire her wrist and also stabilize here. Okay, so I'll stop the motion on count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Good. Yeah. So I clearly, I can. Even though you can feel the muscle, so you may not see her actually doing the motion. I'm not letting her get to that point, but she is moving, trying to move her arm down. And when you stabilize the forearm and at the wrist, you can feel the muscle moving and doing that contraction. Okay.
The only difference between the quadratus and the teres is the fact that it's at 45 degrees versus like 90.
Yes. Okay. Did you guys hear that? The only difference is the 45 degree versus the 90. Okay. So if you guys want to practice that with each other, and then we'll walk around, and then you can also answer questions. Okay? If you guys want to continue doing